Hey everybody, I am here, so excited to show you something new. Hasbro has begun making Overwatch figures. This series is called Overwatch Ultimates. You can buy 2-packs like this, or you can buy giant figures, and you can buy single packs of different figures. I wanted this one because I like these figures the best, frankly, and I want to open these up today and check out what they're like and compare them to other Overwatch figures, because more high-end toy companies have also made some Overwatch figures, and so I want to talk a little bit about that. But the main focus of this is right here. We have got Mercy and we've got Pharah, and I want to open this thing up. First, look at this. Look at this great artwork. This is really high quality, big pictures. I love when a toy company will put big, like, comic book style pictures of a figure. I really appreciate that kind of artwork. We've got details about the figures on the back, but I just want to slice this thing open and start looking at what these figures can do. I'm not sure what to expect. So I like Hasbro because of the Star Wars Black series, because of the Marvel Legends series. Those have been getting better and better, actually. And so there could be, these could be really high quality, cool figures. And in fact, I'm already seeing stuff that I really like. Let me get this off so that I can look here. So here are the 2 figures. Each one has a set of wings. Each one has an extra set of hands, it looks like. And then the different accessories that you'll see with them in the game. Here is the set of wings that comes with Mercy, and then I can't see all that well yet, but this is some kind of a figure stand. I love a good figure stand, because without a good figure stand, stuff falls off my shelf all the time. I'll walk in the morning and see Invisible Woman just like on my desk, and it makes me so mad. Anyway. These, let's see. First I'm going to take the Pharah figure out of the package. She is really wedged in here. Whoa. Really wedged in here. Oh, she is rubber banded in here. That is what's going on. Let me see my blade. Got it. Sorry about that. You can't see what I'm doing. You just hear this terrible squeaking sound. First impressions. Good. Not a lot of wiggly movement. This feels like a pretty solid figure so far. So this is Pharah. Got this awesome helmet mask that looks like an Egyptian bird, like a god. Let's look at it. Let's start with the head and see what it does. So we've got very easy left to right movement. It can go all the way around, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. As far as up and down, here's the down. It's very good. The up, not quite as good. Looks like straightforward is about as up as you're going to get, which is weird when a character flies, because like, then when you're flying, you can only see straight down. If I had the ability to fly, I would want to be able to look forward so that you don't hit a building. But that's not what this is. That's okay. I'm just investigating. On the torso, we've got some movement up here at the chest. We've got a swivel. It's pretty tight. I bet it would go all the way around if I wanted, but I don't want to loosen it up too much. Something that I noticed before I opened the package is that it also has a bend right here at the abdomen. It doesn't go too far, but you combine it with this upper chest, and you can get, look, I'm too close. I'm messing it up. That is a big range of movement. Oh, I'm also combining it, I guess, with the legs here. But that's decent. That I do like. If you want to go backwards, let's see what it does. we can go backwards a fair ways as well. So she can see forward when she's flying, if you don't mind that she looks weird. But these shoulder pads, what is going on here? They are attached. Oh, look at this. They're attached with a kind of a ball hinge. So these aren't going to stand in your way. Oh, and look at this. We've got these cool details that fold up. That'll fold up and down. I think I'll leave it up because it's cool. So these shoulder pads are not going to get in the way of posability. That is nice. The shoulders themselves, they go, oh, they do not go far up. If you want a T-pose, that's as good as it gets. And then around, they go around as much as you would want. So that's good. Now, at the bicep, we have a swivel right here, which is nice. Is that on both sides? Yeah. The elbows, straight, looks like this. Bent is not quite 90 degrees, a little bit less. And that is on both sides. And there's kind of a clicking as you bend it so that it has a few stop points. She's got some kind of a missile launcher here. At the wrists, a full swivel all the way around on both sides, and we've got a hinge like that. And then these hands, as I said, come off. I won't do it right now, but we've got a couple hands for her here that look like fists. And so we'll take a look at that. At the legs, let's go with the ankles first. That is really nice. That's a really nice toe point. And then the other way, also really good range of motion, if you can see that. The knees have two joints. See these two spots? I'm going to be able to bend these knees really far. So let's try doing that. That is as far as one of them goes, but then the other allows it just a little bit of a better bend. So not too bad. It's not too bad. It's pretty good. That's a pretty good range of motion. Let's attach her wings here. So on the back, we've got two big holes. And then these wings, they almost look like they have a little movement. They do. They open up kind of like this. Now, in the actual video game, I've never noticed anything like that. And it looks like they're the same on the back and the front. So it doesn't matter if I put this in the left side or the right side. So let's do the other one too. These don't feel, the wings don't feel like they're made of the same strong stuff. They feel a little bit more delicate, so I'm going to be careful with them. But it adds a lot. It adds that extra cool dimension to this figure. That's going to look really cool on the shelf. And let me pop a couple of these guns out. Now these other hands are closed fists. And her trigger finger is over here on the left hand, so that is where I'm going to put this big old blaster. It's right there on that hand, and the finger actually goes into the trigger area. That's always appreciated. And the artwork on the front has her holding it in the other hand and then supporting it. I'll do the mirror pose of what the package shows. Oh, and look at that. There's a handle at this point. Oops, we do have a little bit of looseness here. There's a handle on the bottom of the gun where the other hand ideally would be able to grip it. Now, I'm not sure that the arms, the arms aren't going to bend enough to get this pose unless we are really creative. I wish it was a little easier than this, we're going to have to fake it. Or just have her use the other gun when we put her on the shelf. See how close that is? It's pretty close. It's not perfect. But it wasn't that expensive either. So how picky can I be? The other gun is a smaller handheld small blaster like this. And so we've got that, just a little sidearm. So that is Pharah. Overall, the color's awesome. I love the gold. I love the blue, the metallic effect that they've achieved with this. Let me see if Pharah is the one who's meant to go on this base. Oh, there's something else in here. Where did I put her gun? So underneath the base, we've got these cool things. Are these meant to be coming out of her gun, or are these meant... Those are not going to go in the gun. I think that somehow these are meant to be added. Look at that. Added to her wings. Let me do this really quick. Her wings are not just this cool blue, but there's a way, and it is particular, I think. There's going to be a way to attach these. I just know I'm going to mess it up. I got that one to work. And this one, I would say, well, you're about to see how much I can screw this up. Okay, there we go. I kind of like that. Anyway, if I was really fast and smart, this would go together really easy. So this video is just proof that that's not the case. There we go. Okay, I did get it together. And that is an even cooler effect. I saw these in the package and I thought that maybe they were blast effects meant to be coming out of the end of a gun, but it's even better than that. So, as far as the base goes, how does the base go? There are no pegs on the base. It's the Overwatch symbol here. There are holes on her feet, but no pegs on the base. So you're probably on your own with her unless I learned something new as I put together the other figure. Let's get Mercy. Out of this package. So Mercy, and it's the same on the other figure. It's not going to come into great focus, but the detail on the face is really good. They've got some small details in the eyes and on the mouth. So let's see. The paint detail is pretty good. There were some figures in the store that looked a little sloppy, so you might look around and find one that you really like. Head, left and right, all the way around if you want. She's got this ponytail that doesn't move, but it feels a tiny bit delicate, so I'm going to be careful with that. Head looks almost straightforward is the down, and almost straightforward is the up. Very tiny range of motion here. At the shoulders, we've got the T-pose, and then these rotate all the way around, so they go down to her side. They go forward, not all the way, about to there. Backwards, not all the way either. So a little bit less range of motion front to back, but better up and down. The elbows go to about 90 degrees. And they straighten about like this. So only one joint here, but it swivels like that if you want. The wrist, it's the same as on Pharah. It swivels this way. It hinges. This is one of the things that Hasbro can mess up. It has a hinge here. if I try to bend it, it feels like it's just going to make the hand pop out. So I'm going to have to maybe stick a blade in there to loosen that up or just leave it. Not great. And Hasbro has that happen sometimes. I don't know why. Upper torso, right below the bust here. We've got a full rotation if you want. Doesn't go up and down all that much, but a little. And then Mercy here also has a hinge at the abdomen so that she can lean forward and she can lean back. It adds a little bit. It's not as big as Pharah, it seems like, and it's not as much as I would want. There's no rotation down here at the hip. There wasn't with Pharah either, though. That's a little bit unusual, but frankly, I'd rather have the double rotation upper torso with a bend here, because that's good enough for me. Just because it's not what I'm used to doesn't mean it's not good. Now the legs, I can already tell it's going to be a problem because this sort of petticoat area is pretty stiff, and it's not, like, it bends, but it's going to get in the way of some of the posing. It goes up about this far. The legs, within that, okay, it doesn't get too far in the way of the legs. At the thigh, it goes forward like that. It doesn't go backwards. And then there's a rotation here on the thigh. It goes all the way around. The ankles, she's got weird feet. She's got these weird, like, witch boots on. It's not a bad thing. They just look weird to me. They look very Looney Tunes witchy, that big green witch on Looney Tunes. They point really well. They don't go the other way all that well. That's fine. There's no, well, there is a little rotation on them. And the knees here, we have 2 hinges again. And so we'll get okay motion out of there. So that's nice. Let me attach the wings and take a look at the weapon. So smaller holes on the back of Mercy here. And the wings, a little ball on the end. See that? So I put one in there. And these have a little bit of motion. Pharah did too. I don't know if I said that out loud when I noticed it. A little bit of motion. These wings, oh no, they look okay. In the box, they looked a little bit too small. But they're actually okay. And you can have them out like this, or you can have them going straight back. I think I'll display her with them going out, kind of like this. And then she has, in the game, a really cool staff. So she's a healer, and Pharah is like a blaster. Now, the challenge is going to be, she holds a staff, and I want her to be able to hold it with 2 hands, like in the artwork on the front of the box here. With Pharah, that was difficult, but this is a much longer weapon, and that, yeah, I think that works pretty nice. I can have her, like, point it forward, kind of. Anyway, I can play with that, and that's kind of fun. Now there's an energy effect that looks like I can stick it on the front of this thing, and then we've got some healing energy shooting out of the end of that. So that's kind of cool. So they're pretty different, and we've got a couple of extra hands here too. I'm not going to pop it out of the container right now, but we've got a closed fist, and we've got an open kind of, you're healed hand. So that's cool. So the figures are a little bit different. They've each got strengths and weaknesses as far as posability, and they've got really good detail though. Nice paint. So let's do the last thing here, which is Hasbro has decided that since Mercy flies, they both fly, that there's a hole on the stand right there, and there is this kind of arched piece that we can put into there, and we can bend it, and it's got this sort of claw machine on the end. Looks like only one piece of the claw moves. Oh, I'm making that hard to see. One piece of this claw moves, and then I'm going to take that and most likely put it right around her waist so that if I put her on a shelf, she's kind of hovering above the shelf. I wish there was one more joint. I wish that the stand was a little bit taller, and I'll show you why in a second. It's because other figures have a taller joint that's a little bit more flexible. But it's got a nice wide base, which might make up for the fact that the arm is a little bit less posable. So what I would do is try my best to lean her forward like she's flying. It's going to be kind of tough to do right now. Or turn her around the other way and then have her lean forward that way, kind of like she's flying. It's a little bit wiggly. There, I fixed it. You tighten it up. So this is going to work okay, and I'll find some cool poses for this to look good on a shelf. Kind of like that. Now what I'm doing is I'm comparing in my mind as I look at this. A few months ago, Overwatch started having figures released from the Figma Good Smile company. And I want to compare this figure right here. This is Tracer from the same Overwatch game, but it's a much higher quality figure, and it costs probably over double the price. This is the arm that I was talking about, where the base isn't all that big, but the figure's not heavy, so it kind of doesn't matter. But it's got a bend here at the bottom, a bend here, a bend here, and then something that you can stick into the back of each figure. And that has made it so cool to be able to pose a figure like this. First of all, the figure's much more bendable for a lot of reasons. And it's a stronger figure overall altogether. Hasbro is making a figure like this as well, but it's obviously not this high quality as far as the ability to pose, and even the detail. Tracer has brown hair, and the one that Hasbro made gives her almost black hair, and I don't like it at all. I won't be getting that figure. So yeah, that. But when I first got this figure, it's so cool to be able to pose it, and I was seriously carrying it around. Like, I took it to work, and I was drawing it all the time in different poses. I think it's really, really awesome. But the stand is a big part of it, and I wonder if these Hasbro figures had a really cool stand like this, it would probably make them almost as cool as these Figma figures. The posability would still be kind of weak. There's just better joints. It's just better designed as far as posability. It's not perfect. Excuse me. It's not perfect. If I really want to bend this leg, it's just going to come off. So, you know, they have their weaknesses too, but what they really have going for them is the stand. So that's kind of my comparison is, with this Figma, you're going to pay more. I'm not going to do a full breakdown of this. I'll get another Figma figure and do a big breakdown of its posability. They have kind of, excuse me, they have a big range too as far as one figure being superior to the next one, even though they're from the same company. Yeah, but that's my review. So here, have one more, excuse me, have one more look at Pharah and at Mercy. These are going to sit on my shelf until one of my viewers decides that they want them. My subscribers know that if you like and subscribe to my videos, my channel, that as my number of subscribers goes up when I hit certain milestones, I will pick a subscriber and they can choose the toys from a video that I've made and say, I want those toys, and I'll say, that's fine. So from this video, you could say, I want the Mercy and the Pharah, and I'll say, cool, they're yours. I'm over 100 subscribers. My next milestone is 200. So like this video and share it with your friends if they like figures too. And these toys could be sitting on your shelf. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.